Welcome back to Netrush Report, your home for the rivalries, controversies, and emotional roller coasters that make tennis the most dramatic stage in the world. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because here at Netrush Report, we don't just cover matches, we uncover the stories behind the players. The tennis calendar. On paper, it looks like opportunity, tournaments almost every week, chances to rise in rankings, mandatory events designed to bring the best players together more often. But peel back the surface, and you find exhaustion, injuries, and growing dissent. Carlos Alcaraz, the 22-year-old Spaniard carrying the weight of being the future of men's tennis, recently voiced frustration with the schedule. He argued that the mandatory structure leaves little room for recovery. Iga Swiatek, the WTA powerhouse, didn't mince words either. She outright slammed the calendar, pointing to the injury crisis sweeping through both tours as proof that players are being pushed too hard. And Gauff, just 21 years old, already a US Open champion, complained about the 6 mandatory 500-level events that force players into a relentless grind if they want to maintain rankings and avoid penalties. In this chorus of discontent, Jannik Sinner's voice stands apart. When asked about it in Shanghai, he refused to join the complaints. Instead, he delivered a line that now echoes across headlines. "We can still choose." What did he mean by that? According to Sinner, the calendar isn't a prison. Players aren't forced to play every week. Yes, the rules demand certain mandatory tournaments, but outside of that, there's still freedom. If you're feeling burnt out, you can skip an event. If your body needs rest, take it. In his mind, the responsibility lies with the player, not the calendar. It's a fascinating perspective, but it also raises immediate questions. Is Sinner simply speaking from a place of current privilege, being young, fit, and in form, or is he pointing toward a mindset that could separate him from his peers long-term? Let's not downplay the reality. Tennis today is brutal. Unlike football or basketball, where players are part of teams and can afford off days, tennis players are lone warriors. Every tournament demands travel, acclimatization to new surfaces, constant training, and mental reset. Experts have long warned that the modern tour asks too much. Rafael Nadal's injury-plagued career is one example. Naomi Osaka's struggles with mental health are another. And even Novak Djokovic, with all his dominance, has repeatedly called for reforms to protect players' longevity. So when Swiatek, Alcaraz, and Gauff raise alarms, they're not just whining. They're reflecting what fans and analysts have observed for years. The mandatory tournaments, especially the string of 500-level events introduced under the new ATP/WTA structure, force players to show up or risk penalties. That strips away some of the choice Sinner refers to. But Sinner's rebuttal adds an important counterpoint: strategy. Not every player has to chase every event. Some can, like Djokovic, master the art of picking battles. Maybe what Sinner is hinting at is a maturity beyond his years, an understanding that discipline and scheduling are just as crucial as forehands and serves. Before we dive deeper, let's not forget the backdrop. Sinner is speaking from a position of strength. Just days before Shanghai, he crushed 18-year-old American Lerner Tien in the China Open final, 6-2, 6-2, winning the title for the second time. This isn't just another trophy. By lifting the Beijing crown again, Sinner became the first man to win the event multiple times since it was upgraded to ATP 500 status. That puts him in elite company, with Djokovic still sitting far ahead at 6 titles. And that's where the second narrative kicks in. When asked if he could one day match Djokovic's Beijing legacy, Sinner's answer was clear. He's in a different league with everything. It's humility, yes, but also realism. Djokovic has dominated the China Open in ways that no one else has. He's 29-1 in Beijing, with his only loss coming years ago. To compare anyone to that standard is unfair, and Sinner knows it. But here's the twist. By rejecting the comparison, Sinner may actually be paving the path to one day earning it. This is something every young star faces. Alcaraz is constantly compared to Nadal. Rune has been compared to Federer at times. And now Sinner faces the Djokovic shadow. But these comparisons can be suffocating. What makes Sinner unique is his refusal to step into that trap. He's not chasing Djokovic's record. He's not interested in headlines that put him in the GOAT debate prematurely. He's building his own path, focused on the present, not the mythical future of tennis crown. That refusal is powerful. It keeps him grounded. It prevents burnout, not just physical, but psychological. And it reinforces the same philosophy he showed about the calendar. Control what you can control. Choose your battles. Don't let outside expectations dictate your journey. So what do these two moments, his calendar stance and his Djokovic rejection, tell us about Jannik Sinner in 2025? They show a player who is both self-aware and quietly rebellious. He's not afraid to go against the grain, whether that means disagreeing with his peers or sidestepping media narratives. He's not looking to be the voice of revolution, nor the shadow of a legend. He's just Sinner, measured, calm, calculating. But here's the irony. In doing so, he may actually become the very figure he's avoiding. Because in a sport obsessed with drama and complaints, Sinner's cool defiance stands out even more. Is he right about the calendar? That's debatable. But by saying, we can still choose, he shifts the focus from victimhood to responsibility. And in an era where players are struggling to survive the grind, that mindset might just be the key to longevity. And when it comes to Djokovic, refusing the comparison doesn't diminish him. It elevates him. Because it tells us he's not playing Novak's game. He's playing his own. So what do you think? Is Jannik Sinner's calm stance on the tennis calendar a sign of maturity? Or is he overlooking the real dangers that Swiatek, Alcaraz, and Gauff are pointing out? And when it comes to Djokovic, do you believe Sinner is wise to reject comparisons, or will the tennis world force them on him anyway? Let us know in the comments below. This has been Netrush Report, where tennis is more than just a sport. It's a story of rivalries, controversies, and the human spirit. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the drama doesn't stop here. And as always, we'll see you next time, right here on Netrush Report.